Desire, 20 or a 2 could be significant. Choices, decisions, free will. Balance between two things, the opposites, yin yang. It could be feminine, masculine, light, shadow. Usually the 20th major arcana in tarot is the Judgment card. It's about a judgment day, an awakening, an epiphany, a big realization, something coming to the surface, and it's an aha moment. It's also where you make this big decision, where you can have second chances in life, a rebirth, and this recycling with desire. It's a desire of what you long for, wants, wishes, fulfillments. The animals could be very significant to some of you. Also, this red flower, the root chakra, the roots, the root system, something about this growth, the core, this almost birth, like this nakedness, this rebirth, childlike energy. There's this decision, free will, like coming to the surface, a big epiphany, a big awakening, maybe a spiritual awakening. We could have multiple spiritual awakenings, right? This judgment call, Judgment Day, is very significant. A realization of what you truly desire, of what your true wishes are. What are your true wants? It doesn't have to be complete physical, financial, like what do you truly desire? For me, it was like true stability, a real foundation. And what's crazy is I pulled out the Crystallery Oracle and there's this little breeze, right? And this card flew onto the ground and it says, you are the foundation. It's Howlite. And there's a number 43. Howlite could be very significant, but the roots, the foundation. What is your foundation? You are the foundation of like your reality. We are creators, right? We are of the creator, of God, source, and we are given this opportunity in this lifetime. What are we going to create? What are our true wants and desires? It's something about the core of it. Whatever you truly want and desire, what really stems from that want and that wish and that desire? Where does that come from? Maybe childhood, right? Your spiritual essence. What does your spirit truly desire? What does your soul truly want? Maybe receiving a call of some kind of want or wish. Scribe of air. Air is related to the mentality, thoughts, communication, the mindset. This is actually the Knight of Swords. Knight, a warrior of words, a warrior of truth. So your truth, your authenticity, where that leads you, and they are kind of like very ambitious and very, very fast. This could be somebody coming in with that call, some kind of epiphany, bringing in this realization for you. Bees, birds could be significant. Feathers, you might be finding feathers. This is about liberation, justice and truth, authenticity, right? Maybe even karma. So Judgment Day coming, awakening what is truly within, what is our truth, like as individuals, and then this like ripple effect. There's going to be this pouring out of truth, of information possibly, of gaining knowledge, study, or learning something. Information coming in maybe from somebody or an outside source that's going to bring this truth to light of your true wants and desires, of your authenticity, the truth of your essence, the roots, the root of your spirit, of your soul. Very interesting, right? Who is this Knight of Swords? It could just be the energy of the Knight of Swords. They can be very fast, very communicative. They can talk fast. Their head races like their mind. They could be... Holy crap. My wind chime just went boom. That's what's going to happen. You're going to gain some kind of truth or information that's going to just like slam on the table. Maybe that mallet in the courtroom or something. Boom, justice served. No more injustices. No more trickery, thievery, lies, deceptions, confusion. But the Knight of Swords can be rash and reckless. That's the shadow aspect of the Knight of Swords. This card almost got buried in the sand. No more burying your head in the sand. No more burying truth and authenticity and the light in the sand. Like, it's time to come to the surface with everything. This is the Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. This could literally represent new Earth. And I just cut to the Ace of Wands, fire. There's a flame coming up to the surface on Earth. our reality here. Maybe this new timeline shift, right? New earth, this new timeline. Yeah, this spark happening, this new flame happening within like the earth's core, shaking things up, shaking faulty foundations, bringing truth to the surface so we can wake up. We can collectively as humanity wake up to who we truly are at the core, our core essence, right? The root system is very significant, and these can represent seeds. So planting new seeds, inner child could be significant, fresh energy, children, maybe this new birth of like the new generation is going to be significant. This new seed being planted. These could be offers and opportunities to plant new seeds for inspiration. Fire's creativity. Earth, something very physical and tangible. Values are a foundation. Growing this new seed, blossoming. It really does feel like we're all waiting for something to happen to where real change comes as a humanity, as collective, but it starts with us as individuals. If we want to see justice and truth in the world, it has to start with us being honest with ourselves. We already got that. You are the foundation. We are of the creator. You did get that knight and 2 aces. So, yeah, children. Maybe some of you have a child or children, or there's a younger energy. Sharp and shadows with obsidian, number 151. That other card, you are the foundation, was a 43. That's a 7, and now this is a 7. So you have angel number 77. So 7th house is Libra air, and it's about justice, truth, information, clarity, karma, law, and order. It can be partnerships and relationships as well. And the scissors is cutting the string, cutting ties, cutting cords. So cord cutting could be very significant. Cutting cords to sharp edges, to shadows, connections to what doesn't serve your highest good anymore. Keeps us blocked and away from our creator selves. And obsidian, super protective and clearing. Volcanic glass, that reminds me of the core of earth. Volcanic glass. Obsidian used to be used by, I believe, like the Mayans or the Aztecs. They would be used for their weapons. So cutting cords, maybe attachments to anything that's not authentic and true. You may want to look into cutting cords. It can be with energy, with parts like of your shadow. So the most hardness scale is a 5 to a 5.5. So now you have angel number 555. Let's be clear. Obsidian is not a gentle friend. See, and that's almost like this judgment in a way of like, it's time to rise to the surface, face things, face insecurities, your inner fears, your shadows. And that's part of the awakening process, right? Precise, yes. Masterful always. Quicker than a cheetah taking down a gazelle? Absolutely. But gentle? That's not obsidian's domain. An uncompromising mirror and a surgically sharp blade. Obsidian helps you see your shadows and excise them. No long, drawn-out therapy sessions or weeks of vacillating. When it's time to let go, obsidian tells you there's no mercy in taking it slow. And that in and of itself is sometimes a relief. When you need the kind of honesty that lets you see your shadows clearly, when you are truly ready to make a final and clean break, that is judgment. When you want the letting go to be fast, call on obsidian. Maybe there is a younger part of yourself or a younger energy that you may need to cut cords with. So the cutting of cords since the Stone Age, obsidian has been used when a sharp edge is needed. Surgeons still use obsidian scalpels when they need a blade sharper than surgical steel. While we physically move on from relationships, jobs, and homes, relationships, we talked about that with the 7th house, and home. Foundation, your roots, right? We sometimes hold on to an emotional or spiritual part of our past, exactly, and maybe even family, people from your past. Obsidian is a perfect ally to metaphorically cut the cord. Begin by closing your eyes and asking yourself where on or in your body you still feel an attachment. Go with your first impression and don't overthink it. Overthinking can be related to Knight of Swords a little bit. Maybe you'll know who or what the cord is, maybe not, and that's okay. Ask yourself if you're ready to release whatever's binding you, whatever bindings you find. When the answer is yes, imagine your hand as an obsidian blade and use it to cut the cord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the hammer, whatever bindings you find this is an emotional spiritual surgery, so be gentle with yourself as you heal. Shock and sharpens. Weird because it says sharp and shadows and then it says shock and sharpness. SH could be significant. Obsidian was shocked into existence, formed as molten volcanic glass, cooled quickly. So quickly, in fact, there wasn't time for the molecules to organize into a crystalline matrix. Breaking out of the matrix. The lies, the injustices, information, what we've been taught and told is BS. It's not actually a crystal. Like obsidian, experiencing the trauma of extreme situations can cause us to freeze in an amorphous state. Our thoughts might remain unorganized and our reactions defensive, sharp, and cutting. That reminds me of the Knight of Swords. What events in your life have formed fissures in your personality? So maybe it's time to reclaim parts of yourself back. Fragments of yourself recalling back to you. What happens when you revisit those moments with obsidian's medicine of unremitting honesty? To soften obsidian's sharpness, work with silver, gold, or rainbow sheen obsidian. In all three of these stones, gas bubbles align across the surface, adding a layer of metaphoric padding. Call on snowflake obsidian when you want to use your breath as a form of release. It's time to cut cords. I'll have what I'm having, it says. There's no need to try and manipulate the universe into giving you something you don't have, because the truth is you already have everything. It may simply be tucked away beneath the surface. The trick is in fine-tuning your awareness to remember that what you want, you already have. Remember, you are the foundation. We are the creators. We are capable of healing. We are capable of cleaning, clearing away. We are capable of recalling our truth, our magnificence back, our capabilities. We're capable of so much because we are of God, the creator. Just take what resonates. Have fun and love and light. So be, so it is. Bye.